Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're having a look at the absolutely
magic delay. It's total magic.
It is really magical. But first we're going to kick off and play some music from a friend of the channel, Gortium85. This is Cotton Candy. Boom. Good morning. Welcome to the show. My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS, and it's going to be a fun one today because this app is absolutely wicked. Love it. That was Gortium85, and he just dropped that song yesterday, I do believe. So I just thought it was fitting because it had lots of delays going on to play that today. Good stuff. There's a pinned comment up the top in the chat if you'd like to check out his YouTube channel. Go and hit subscribe and all that kind of jazz. And there's even a link to his SoundCloud. So go ahead and do all those things, and it'll make him a very happy boy. You know what I'm saying? What am I talking about? I'm just doing a quick look for something here. Be with you in one sec. There we go. I have found it. Let's just mute this. Good stuff. There we go. Okie dokie. Well, I also want to give a big welcome to our Wart Warriors who pay $1 a month to be a Wart Warrior. And this week you are going to get something special here on the channel because it is the New Year's Roast. It is happening. Me and Russ will be roasting your music. If you are a Wart Warrior, check the members section. There is a comment there. There is a post there and a submission form for you to submit your song for me and Russ to roast. Me and Russ roast. And we will roast the crap out of your songs. We've got 4 people so far who've had the guts to send us their song. But if you are a member, make sure you check that section, send us a song, and we will destroy you. Don't worry, it won't be a public show. It's all private, so the jokes stay in-house. So if you are a Wart Warrior, you can be a part of that. Oh, yeah. Let's say hello to everybody here in the chat. And we will get down to this wonderful app today. Hello, Audible Video. Hello, Alex Bacchus and Joe Glenn. There's Cy Effin. Good to see you. I've got Vogon, I've got Greg O'Sullivan. Hello, Thomas Christ. What's happening, Mr. Christ? Leela Lou Reality is here as well. Who else do I see? I see. Yep, there's the Wart Warrior link if you want to become that. There's Russ8889. Cold Acres here as well. Fat Panda Cat. Hello. Scroll. Do some scrolling. Valerie Butt, hello. Jerry Gomes, no problem. Glad you got Riffler. All sorted. We had a big giveaway on the Patreon this last weekend just gone. Pete Johns, what's going on? Pete Johns will be up after me with GarageBand Weekly Year in Review. Is there anyone else I've missed up above? I'm just going up above, so below. I think I got all of you. If not, I'm a fool. Kim Hudson, hello. You're here. Hello, hello, hello. Time is short today, so I'm going to get into it. Let's do this and this and this and that and this and this. Let's do some price drops quickly. Tonally, $7.99 to $4.99. Not much has changed here. Spatializer's on sale. Barry Glenn, hello to you. Cubase IC Pro. Groove Rider Steel Guitar Pro, which we looked at this year. It's really cool. Trooper, one of my picks of the year. Trooper, Cauldron, Galileo, Magellan, Tone Stack. All of those suckers are on sale. Pure Acid on sale. Heaps of apps on sale at the moment. Sunvox, Borderlands, Granular, Fractal Bits, which we looked at earlier. I think this year. Was it this year or maybe last year that was? I don't know. It all blurs into one. 4Pockets still have a sale on, up to 50% off about 10 of their apps, something like that. So there's heaps of stuff there. Stuff like Newrack, Analyzer, MIDI Layers, Euclidean. Boom. Digistix 2. Digistix 2. Leela bought Borderlands, Progressions, Chameleon on sale, Evolver. Helium, Multi-Track Effects. There's heaps. Mila 3. Tornado, look at them all. There's so many things on sale. But today we're going to have a look at this sucker. This is MagicDelay, and it too is on sale. It is half price. I know, $19.99, and it's half price. We talked about this yesterday. Another desktop app that has come to iOS that will go up to $40 US. No, $40. Here it is on the desktop, on the website. And you can get it on the desktop for $74.74. Or you can get it on iOS for $40 once it goes up. Or get it now while it's at $20. Yeah? But this is a thing that is going to continue to happen. And it is deserved. Because these developers put a lot of work into these. And you know what? If it's too much, just walk on by, man. But I'm going to show it to you today. And I think it's fucking awesome. Delays come and go, yeah? Reverbs come and go, but sometimes they just have something special in them that make you go, wow, I didn't think of that before for a delay. And this is one of those apps today that has something vavavoom, something special going on that even, in my opinion, makes it a little bit kind of like an instrument, not only just an effect, yeah? All right, let's open up AUM and get into it. Cool, I got into it 10 minutes in. We're doing fast stuff today. Here's something I made last night. Trust me, guys, you're going to love this on guitar. It is, oh, fucking beautiful. On an acoustic, this is amazing. All right, let's play some stuff, shall we? Fun times. All right, let's go through this and break it down and show you exactly what this thing does because it is crazy fun. I'm going to clear this out. We're going to create a brand new project here. Hello, Princess. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. If there's anybody I've missed in the chat, hello to you. We're going to open 2 tracks here. We're going to open a MIDI channel first. And then we're going to open a audio track. And let's bring in just Zoa because it's easy and it will just generate some stuff for us. In here, I'm just going to bring in House Mark because it's simple and you should be able to hear what is going on with this. We're going to connect Zoa to House Mark. So now these two are connected. There we go, nice and easy. Let's bring it down a little bit. Just need to make my brightness a little brighter. Let's slow this down. We'll add a second track in here of halves, maybe. Maybe we'll do halves for this one and quarters for the second. There we go. Cool. We've got a nice little thing going on. So now you can just hear what's happening nice and clearly. Not going to confuse too many people with this because there's a bit to explain. Let's bring in MagicDelay. Oops, why didn't you load? There we go. So you can hear straight away, as soon as I brought that in, we've got a delay happening here. I'm going to turn this down for a second. So what is MagicDelay? It, interestingly enough, this is a spectral delay. So we can add curves to these spectrums here. So you're going to love how this works. Just bring this back here. So I'm going to take my pencil. Oh, the elephant in the room. Let's just stop this for a second. The elephant in the room we need to talk about before we go any further is currently there are a couple of bugs with this app. They have been fixed, so it's all good. They have been fixed. There will be an update very, very soon, so it's all good. It's not affecting this iPad, but it's affecting my other iPad Pro. So it's not an iOS problem. It's a bug that is specific for devices. So for the iPad 2022, iPad Pro 2022 works perfect. For my iPad Pro 2018, there's the crashing issue. And the crashing issue is that you can't load more than one instance of it at a time. So if we load up another thing here, and I put another one in here on my other iPad, it would crash. And there you go. See, it's working here. So we can have multiple ones here. And you saw in the original project I kicked off the show. But it is a thing. I'm not sure which devices. I can just tell you on my iPad Pro 2018 it's happening. And there is another little bug in here on this little latch. There's a little latch button down here. When you click on that, it seems to crash. But as I said, it's been fixed. 100% it is fixed. So it's not something that will carry over or be a problem in the future. Definitely been repaired. So what I first love, I have my pencil here, right? And this app takes advantage of the brand new pencil concept. We don't have to actually touch the screen. Now you can see that writing there. I'm not actually touching it. So if you see, my pencil's way off the iPad. As I move it along, we're getting results. And we're getting results with a lot of the buttons and stuff. So I really love that it's got this new feature that is built into the new iPad. Absolutely sick. So what does this do? How does this work? First off, there are four. The most important thing is you have a little help icon up here. So if you get lost, anything you touch with while the question mark is selected, you'll get an explanation down the bottom of what is going on. So you can see down here, I click this and we got curve presets. Curve presets, click here. So so everything's explained when you've got the little question mark on or off up here. Yeah, that's how you get to that. We'll leave it on just so you guys can see the things pop up as we're pressing things. So essentially you have 4 lanes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of these have a spectral readout here across the top. So you can see when I hold down my mouse or my pencil, you can see we're at the low end of the hertz. And as we go up, I'm moving my pencil up. I'll show you this. So as I move my pencil up, we are moving up the hertz spectrum. So it's like an EQ basically, yeah? And we are going to be putting different types of delay across our EQ spectrum. It's wonderful. So I can move this up and down. And as you see, as I move this up and down, not only does it change, you can see it changes from 1/8 delay to 1/16 to 30 seconds. So you're actually changing your delay as you go up and down. And you can see here, when I click on this button here, I'll show you with my mouse. This is our regular delay. Then we have triplets. And down here we have dotteds. So now when I drag this up and down, we have far more of a spectrum here. So you can see we've got 64ths, regular, dotted, 32nds, regular 16th, dotted 16ths, regular 18ths, all the way up, right? So if I hit play and start moving this up and down, and when you go all the way to the bottom, that is 0, right? So you've got 4 of these lines. So if I skip between lines now and go to the 3rd one, 4th one, we now have 4 of these different delays happening. You're only hearing 1 though. And how do we control that? We have an XY pad over here, and whatever color is selected, as I move this around, we can morph between these delays so now we have all 4 of them all morphing into each other. It's really, really fun. Now, so let's go in and add some presets first. You can solo each track as well. So the 4 tracks, we've got a little solo button. So I've just got that soloed now. And next to that, we have this little preset button. So if I choose a preset from here, and the way presets work is, if I zoom in, you see we've got these multiple colors here. You can copy one of the other colors to another. So if I want this one here, I can now copy that across. So you copy the presets back and forward between each other. All right, let's mess around with it a little bit and show you where the spectral stuff begins, because you can add in points here as well too. So with your pencil or with your finger, if I double click, we are on track 1 at the moment. So I'm going to double click here, double click, and this is where we can add and change these delays throughout our spectral EQ. So now these delays just on this single line itself are changing from a triplet 1 bar, triplet, down to a 30-second regular, up to a regular half. We'll bring this up here to a regular 16th and a dotted 8th. So if we solo this, our delays are moving throughout this spectrum. Really, really clever stuff. Let's go into our second track. And we'll change these around. So while we have these little buttons down here. So these are how you decide what kind of delays you want in here. So we can turn these off, and you see with the help, we've got our regulars, our triplets, our dotteds. Now this particular button, this changes the way you manipulate by adding your little dots in here, yeah? So if I leave it pressed here, you'll notice every time I add a dot in here, it's always going to be like a square change. But if I turn this off, now I can start doing slanted changes. now across our spectrum, we've got rising changes. Let's take this one over here. Let's move on to this third one and lift this up a little bit. Let's just put a dot in the middle here. And we're only hearing one of them at the moment still, yeah? And for this one, we'll just put in a one here, one here. Now let's bring them all in together and see what happens. And you can see now this is all morphing into all four of them to create one line of delays. All right, so hopefully you get how that works. And as I said, with the presets here, now you can see that we have all these patterns. I'll zoom in again so you can see it. You can see this blue one here is a triangle. So if I click on number 1, I can change that. I can choose to copy this number 3 preset into number 1. So you can copy these about, you can reset from here. Really nice. Okay, let's cover these sections here. We have a invert, so we can totally invert the whole lot. The higher we turn that up, it inverts everything. And we have these beautiful, these little sections down here that split everything into stereo. Hopefully you could hear that with your headphones. We have a shift, so this will move everything left or right across the spectrum. And again, we can add some stereo into that. And lastly, we have a skew. And what the skew does, it moves everything from either the low end all the way up to the right, all up to the high end, or the high end back to the low end. So you'll see it squashes everything over to the high end, or it squashes everything back to the low end. And again, we can stretch that out. Okay, so next we have our feedback section. And this is, so you have two kinds of feedback. This is a standard feedback. So if I turn this up now, it could get hairy. And here we have a different feedback. So this is like an adaptive feedback. So it's actually adapting to the way this spectral, you've got your spectral setup. So it's kind of adapting across it. Really interesting. We have a low cut and a high cut. And of course we've got a dry wet over here. So let's just go all wet. So we have an X feed here as well, and then what this does is it sends the left channel into the right channel. There's also this extreme button here, which if I press it, you ready? It's going to supercharge everything. And it's going to get out of control really quickly. But thankfully we have this little knife button here, which if I press, just cuts everything off. Cuts everything off. Cuts that tail, brings everything back into control. Okay, let me have a drink. Because it's mad hot. Let's bring this down a bit. Let's talk about the controls across the top so you understand what's happening. We have an A and B here, so I can take A and hit here, and it's copied it now across to B. So if I want to make any wild changes, let's do that to B, and now I've copied A to B. Now if I want to randomize this, now I can bounce back between A and B and have two different sounds to morph between. Here is where you find your presets, and there's a heap of presets in here. User presets, super easy to use. To save a preset, this is really interesting. Go over here to this B one. You hit the plus, and it makes up a name for you. Is it Grooving Mind? So it makes up a name for you, and all you need to do is hit tick. And now when you go to your presets, it'll be here in your user presets. And you can change the name if you want, but every time you hit this plus over here, it creates a brand new name. Green Floating Steak. Dry Saving Salami. So that's pretty fun. All right, we've got three types of randomization. We have a light randomization, we have a medium randomization, and a strong randomization. So you can see if I hit the small one, only very slight changes. Medium, a little bit more. But if we hit the big one, we get totally different sounds. Now what's really cool is you'll see this little button here. This is where we determined what gets randomized. So when you click on this, we get this screen here where we've got everything lit up. And you can go in here and choose whatever you want. See, currently everything's turned on. Hi, Dan. Omni Collective. Anyone else I may have missed? So if they are lit up, then these are part of the things that will be automated. So we can go in here and turn all these on. Or you can turn heaps of them off. So the next time you automate, only those things are going to be automating, yeah? So you've got total control to automate. We'll stop this sound now. We'll move to some drums for a second. Before I do, and we'll get into the LFO. Well, we'll do the LFO first. Let's do it. So we have LFOs, and we have 9 of them. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 LFOs. And you can add an LFO very easily just by clicking boom. And you can see we've got an LFO that has been added here. Too easy. To select where the LFO goes, let me zoom in. You just need to select this little button here. Hang on a minute. You just need to select this button here, and then you go in and choose, say, we'll choose the feedback, and we'll choose this shift. And once you've chosen, you can actually move the volumes into positive or negative by dragging. So you should be able to see that. And you can add the XY as well up here. So now when I jump out of here, we should have some movement. Now you can see we've got things moving around. So as I said, you can have up to 8 LFOs here. You can change the sine wave to whatever you want, triangle. Change the phase, the skew, the speed. What I really love is this knob here, because this tames everything. Just gonna make this small again. Bring this back. That's the right size. See, that's shrunk a little bit there. I don't know why. That's probably a bug. But this little screen here decides how much we're going to get of this. But if things are a little bit wild, you can bring it back. You can sync the LFO, or you can have it completely free. So I can add multiple LFOs in here and send them to different places. So I can send it to this dry wet mix. So we'll cover a bit more of the LFOs, because you've got in here, you've got different types of LFOs as well. So you've got like custom LFOs. You can draw your own. Let's quickly draw one of our own. I can go in here and put points in here and draw my own LFO. Then I can send this wherever I want. We'll send this to this one. Wonderful stuff. And in here you've got things like random LFOs, macros, amp followers, pitch followers, spectral brightness, spectral centroid, spectral flatness, spectral flux, zero crossing. So nice stuff. Lastly, before we move on to some drums, just below so you've got an input and output here. You have 3 little buttons here. One is this one's more for percussion, where it will look for transients. This one is for a mix of percussion and sound, and this one's more just for melody. So this one would work better for what we're doing right now. That's pretty much all the controls. Up here we have some settings, stuff like import presets, export presets, so you can import your friends' presets, all that stuff. You can change the color of the skin. Man, I hate bright skins these days. You've got a dark skin, and you've got a default, which will be whatever your iPad is set to. You've got language. This is pretty cool. There's languages in here. There's even like, look at this. We've got Arabic, Chinese, Greek. There's even Irish. Really? I can understand Irish. You can turn off the tooltips. That's pretty much it. All right. Let's close out of this. Let's just silence that for a second and bring in some drums. Yeah, we'll bring in something like loop mix. And let's quickly find just a drum pattern. So you've got a ton of presets in here. Now, as you go along the presets, the first set of presets are just like basic dotted. Then we've got a basic regular 8 triplet. Then we start getting into the crazy stuff. This is Beware the Sharks. And as you can see, we've got a number of LFOs here controlling this. Now, I mentioned before this little knob down here. This is great for just pulling things back. We're running through some presets now. Now let's move this over to percussion. And now we're going to get more of a search for transients. So you can see moving this XY pad, and remember, all of this can be automated with our open parameters. Also, let's just pull this down. You can select multiple sections here. So if I want to grab a bunch of these dots here, I can drag and select. And now we have these three selected, so we can move groups of these at a time. And you can see how just moving this one track is affecting all of the other tracks underneath, especially when we are in the middle. So I really love this one here. So the LFO is running on a square and bouncing between each corner of the XY pad. Let's just turn it off so I let you hear the original beat. We got a sex bot, baby.
Why do I need a sex bot when I have Jade?
Let's go into a mix of percussion and sound here. So you can see with this particular preset, all of the spectral sections here are all done in staircases. And we got a random LFO. You can go in here and change the LFOs as well. If you want to clear LFOs, it's really easy too. You can reset the LFOs down here. And this is our hold button. This is the thing that's crashing for a lot of people. So as I said in the beginning, for some devices, we're crashing when this is selected. You can turn off the LFOs at any time, individually, by clicking and turning them off here. We also have a skew here for the amount, so we have a left and right for a high value and a low value for the LFOs. Let's hit random. Wicked. So you can see what I mean. It's kind of like an instrument within itself. It's taking what sound we had and instrumentalizing it. Hello Mix Club. Hello Sasha as well. As I said, there's plenty of presets in here. You can see them over here. There's like about 10 or so in each one, 5 in like a couple of them. Hello, Gustav. GSDSP is the developer. Welcome along. Thanks for joining us. Man. Let's try one of these new packs that is available for free in Loop Mix. I think it's called this one. Let's see what we got. Wicked. Mess with this XY pad up here. Yeah. All right, lastly, I told you guys on guitar, I think this shines. I'm going to clear this out. We're going to end today's show with a little guitar. Now, I'm not going to play any guitar because I want to mess around with it, but you'll get what I'm talking about. So I've just created a guitar with strummer from 4 Pockets and of course, scalar. So it's really dry and kind of gacky. It's a bit gacky. But trust me, you ready? Just beautiful. Absolutely audible. Absolutely. Now, I've seen people crying me a river saying 20 bucks. It's on sale for 20 bucks. It's going to go up. It sounds beautiful. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with this. This ain't just your typical delay. It's not your typical delay. And as I said in the beginning, I love that when I drag my pencil and don't even touch, it's not doing it now. Why is it not doing it? I love this too. When you don't have anything selected and you touch here, you get like a little warning saying nothing selected. It's like this, just a subtle little warning. Beautiful. Hello, Heather. Good to see you. What key is this in? Let me see. I think it's in C. It's an A. Let's grab a guitar. Wicked, huh? All right, that's the end of today's show. We got 3 minutes left before I have to send you over to Pete's show. What a sick app. I love it. It's beautiful. Can be used in so many applications. Sounds great on drums, great on guitars, great on keyboards, anything, mellow stuff. It's damn worth the price. Absolutely. Now, I know you're probably saying, but you got it for free. You can say that. Yeah, absolutely. But if it's definitely like it's something very special, not just a delay. It's very, it's not often that just a delay comes along that has something special. If I think of Fab Filter's delay, that's a very special delay. This is a very special delay. Very interesting stuff. All right, so that is that. The link down below, as always, if you want to grab it, it's on sale, remember. I'm not sure how long it is on sale for. The bug will be fixed, so that we talked about at the beginning of the show, so don't be afraid if you buy it. It's all good. I want to thank Gustav for being here in the chat. Awesome stuff. And if you're a patron, we may have a copies for you. Who knows? And lastly, before we do get out of here, tomorrow we're looking at the top 20 apps of the year. I'll be covering that on tomorrow's show. And for all of our Wart Warriors, I just want to remind you, this Friday, US, UK time, something special is coming. And go check the members section because we need you to submit your songs for the Sunday Roast.
You're all fucked.
Are you sick of being told that your music's awesome?
If you can't stand the heat, get out of the oven, because you're going to get fucking roasted.
Do you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Are you sick of fire emojis filling the chat? Welcome to the New Year's roast.
I can't fucking wait to roast you bunch of cunts.
Join me, your host, Jade Starr, and our special guest judge, Russ8889. All you need to do is click the members button down below to become a Wart Warrior for $1 a month to be part of the action.
Boom.
You're all fucked.
As we roast your songs, show no mercy, and make you feel like the absolute trash that you are. There you go. So it's happening this week before the end of the year. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a really good day. So hang on and I'll bounce you over. I'll dump you over to Pete Johns' channel. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And
we'll all rise together. 'Cause you make me shine better. And we'll all rise together. You make me shine better.